Alright, so this past weekend was Mother's Day. So to celebrate that, I'm going to be reviewing. So the first 30 minutes or so of Mom's Night Out takes place on Mother's Day, and we meet a mother named Allison, and she kind of feels some stress with being a mom and all, so she decides to schedule a special night out where she can just chill out and take a break just for one night. And she invites two of her moms she's friends with to go on a night with, so they can have a good time too. She just wants to have a night just so she can chill out from being a mom and just have fun. But then, of course, they finally get to go on the night, and things don't go as they expected. So basically, it's Ferris Bueller, both moms. And it's actually pretty good and hilarious, so let's talk about it. So most of the characters are pretty good, like Sean Astin plays Allison's husband, and he's does a pretty good performance. And also, Allison is pretty good. And the other moms, and then also Samad Harabi, who's also in this movie, who plays one of the daughters of the moms. But yeah, so really I don't think there's any characters that are particularly bad. They all play pretty good performance, and also a character Kevin, who's the friend of one of the dads, he's just hilarious. However, the characters, while most of them are pretty good, the only problem with it though is that they actually stuffed so many characters that it may be hard to keep track of them all at times. Not saying that the characters are bad, it's just it could be hard to keep track of them all the times, but for the most part, the characters are pretty good. And then this is a comedy after all, so let's talk about the jokes. The jokes are actually very hilarious, and actually might be one of the funniest movies I've seen. And most of the jokes are pretty unique, and like they're all certain kinds of jokes, like that visual jokes and other little gags, and I also liked that in some of the jokes he actually set up the joke like a long time in advance, like before the actual punchline. They do this on quite a few jokes, including the biggest joke of the entire movie. They set up like 30 or 45 minutes in advance, which is awesome. Some jokes are a hit or miss, like in fact I actually kind of think the trailers kind of showed probably the worst jokes of the movie. But yeah, some jokes are a hit or miss, but for the most part, most of them are actually pretty hilarious and creative. In conclusion, I actually remember when I first saw the trailers for Mom's Night Out back in the day, I actually didn't like it. I thought it looked dumb, and it's because they showed some of the more weaker jokes in the trailers. But then a family friend of ours recommended it to us, so we watched it, and best decision ever, because they actually trying to, and I even feel like it's one of the more underrated comedies. Like, for what it actually is very hilarious, and some characters, even if you're not a parent, can be very relatable.
Okay. It's blog time. Here we go. I got 3 followers. Yesterday I had 4, so that's awesome.
That's exactly how I feel about this channel sometimes. Even my own mom, when she watched it and she didn't like it, but the reason why she didn't like it was because she said it was too relatable, which that shows you how good it is, that it's relatable. That and maybe the movie might have been a little too wild for her, but you get my point. And it's really the only problems with the movie are that I already mentioned the whole character problem, that there's so many characters it could be hard to keep track of them all. Like when I first saw the movie, like there was a few characters I was like, wait, who are you again? But then of course when I rewatch them, I then can keep track of them. But it could be hard to keep track of some characters at times. And then some of the jokes, well, most of them are funny. Some are a hit or miss, like the taser joke you can see at the end of one of the trailers. And the movie could get a little wild and crazy sometimes, but that's kind of what makes it fun. And the movie's pace towards the end of the movie does seem to slow down a little bit, like it's all like fast-paced, and then all of a sudden it seems to slow down towards the end, but that doesn't necessarily ruin the movie, but it just seems to slow down just a little bit. And overall, it's probably one of the better comedy movies of recent years, and I feel like it's very underrated. And sure, it can get wild and crazy, and it does have its flaws, but I wouldn't lie if, like, I've seen it multiple times now, and I wouldn't lie if I said I was entertained each time I watched it. And they ultimately have a great message at the end, and showing that being a mom or a parent isn't an easy job, and that you should really appreciate your mom, your mother, and all that she does, because she does a lot to help you and to support you and love you. And the movie overall is a fun time, and I would totally recommend that you check it out. And I'll give Mom's Night Out a 9 out of 10. Definitely one of my favorite comedies, and even has a good message for moms everywhere, and even towards the end of the movie sets aside to dedicate the film to moms. So and I thought that was very nice. So have any of you seen Mom's Night Out? And if you have, let me know what you think down below. And if you haven't watched it, I'd totally recommend you go check it out, because I think you'll have a good time with it. And thank you for watching this video, and please stay tuned for more awesome content, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Well, only subscribe, only if you want to. And thank you to all you subscribers who have subscribed. I appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye. And this Mother's Day, go hug your mom. She deserves it.
What else should I know?
He killed your mama.
He what? Okay, no.